All right, we're at the Walmart doing one of the Spark orders. All right, there's our Walmart pickup side. Yay, shining off there. Woo, woo. Let's get some Walmart up in here. So let's see how long it takes for an employee to come out. Looks quick. Hey. All right, so heading out after I just picked up the Walmart order. Funny part was, maybe you saw the Walmart employee as I was in camera. You know, I didn't expect her to come out so quick, but she did. Or I was filming with the Walmart pickup sign in the background. So she came out and was standing outside and just laughing. So I ripped off the mask real quick, turned off the camera, and just started talking to her. Got a follower, got a subscriber. She's like, hey, what's your channel? I said, as long as I made you laugh, that was the goal. Trying to bring some happiness to people seeing this go on. So if it does that for you, like, subscribe. I know I'm a new channel, so this will only my second video, but if you enjoy what you're seeing, keep watching. My goal is to try and get a video up each day. So on our way to drop off the Spark order. Catch you in a bit. All right, who plays the Walmart Spark Lottery? Where you have them the employees load up your car. So that's one really good thing about Spark. You're not even getting out. I mean, I've offered many times to get out and help them, and the employees that know, sir, you know, they don't want you to throw off their rhythm. Most of the time it's a double batch that you're getting. So, you know, they'll put the bigger order, or even if it depends, right? They'll put one order in your trunk and one in your back seat. I've never really had any super large orders from Spark, short of the one that I'll show you with the shed, right, that I showed you in the video. But even that wasn't that large an order. It was just a bulky box. But do you play where you don't know what's getting loaded? I didn't look at the items. I just take the order and go pick it up. And they're loading stuff in my trunk. And so when I go to open the trunk and see what's in there, yeah, I'm like, please no water, please no water, please no water, please no heavy items, please no heavy items. So far it's panned out where it hasn't really been anything, so I've kind of enjoyed those. All right, so the first order in this one is on the back seat. Normally the Spark people put barcodes on there. This one they didn't, and he didn't tell me which order was which in the back. So what you can do is you can look at the items. Yeah, and I'll put up on the side where you can see the items that are in the order. Inside Spark, there's a screen where you can do that, and I'll put that up on the screen. And so on that screen, I could see there was Charmin, and there isn't any order, and this is a smaller one. So this is definitely your order. But if you don't put stickers on it, make sure you're double checking that so you know you're not messing up the order. Second delivery, here comes the lottery. Let's see what's in the back. Okay. The cool thing is the Topo Chico and the Spindrift are mine. So of course the heaviest things or something I got when I got into Costco, and I always forget that when I'm getting these. So not too bad. Should be able to carry it all in one run. All right, so I was doing that Walmart Spark order, and it's the first time I actually had an issue where this was an express delivery. So I grabbed it, and it was already 5:40 p.m. when I grabbed the order. And the pickup time for it was 5:45, and I was 15 minutes away. So I'm already getting there past the pickup time. But when I'm driving there the entire time, it shows getting ready. Normally when the order's ready for pickup at the store, it will say ready. So the workers there have to mark every step that they're doing, right? So they're getting the order ready, they marked it that it's ready, and then you go and they'll bring it right out to your car. This time it never said that. And it didn't show ready. I pulled into the store at 6 p.m. so I was already 15 minutes past the pickup time, but the order was still not ready. I waited about 5-10 minutes. Now the order had to be dropped off by 6:25, and the location from the store was about 8 or 9 miles, so it was going to take about 15-20 minutes to get there. So even if I left at 6:10, I'd most likely be well past the delivery time. I was still waiting at 6:10 for the order to be brought to the car. I called their number that they have. I got an associate who was out there. They couldn't locate the order. Took them a few minutes before they came out and said, okay, you know, looks like we're getting the order. I'm going to put a picture of what the item was. I wish I could have had my GoPro and everything on, but the customer opened the door right when I pulled up, so I didn't want to film them do anything. But what they brought out to my car was a shed. And in the picture I'll put up there, it's this huge box. I had to put the seats down in the car. I have a smaller car, in order for it to even fit. So when I took the order, it didn't indicate that it was extra large or anything. So that kind of threw me. You know, if it's usually extra large, if I look and see what the order is, And so I try to avoid those because I don't know if it will fit in my car. And I've not had one yet. This is the first situation where I actually had something like that brought from them. And in looking in the, it was a $31 payout for that one. So it was a great tip, and they eventually brought it out to my car, put the seats down, loaded it all up. And I'm looking at the back and I'm thinking, how the heck am I getting that out? It took two of them to carry it to the car. I'm thinking, how am I getting that out and get it to the customer? And it was a no contact order. So, I got into a little anxiety, but I'll tough it out when I get there. We'll see. I tried to lift it up a little bit while I was here in the car and driving. As I was waiting at a light and just see, is it heavy? Maybe it's just light, just bulky. And it felt like it was so heavy. But I got to the person's house and I was going to film getting it out of the car, but it didn't really need to be. The customer opened the door, came right out. Very fantastic, nice woman. Military, came out and saw and said, you don't have to take it that far, I'm just going to drop it here right next to my car in the driveway. And I said, okay, I might need your help. And she said, no worries. I went to get it out of the back and it was super light. So it was just a big, huge, bulky box. It's like a plastic shed that was very light. So I took it out of there and just loaded it up in the back of her car and had a nice conversation with her. She told me how she's going the prices of houses, the way they are now, a lot of people are selling their houses and just moving into RVs and traveling the country. She has a job that allows her to do remote. And so, she's basically getting in an RV. We had a great conversation. Really enjoyed meeting her. And $31. All said and done, it didn't take me more than 35-40 minutes. The most time was actually waiting at the store. And obviously driving there. So from the time I took it at 5:40, I arrived at the store at roughly around 5:50. So it took me 10 minutes to get to the store. And then the wait time was the almost 20 minutes for them to bring it out to my car. And then 15 minutes to drive to her house. So let's say 45 minutes for the whole thing to go down. For $31. And they have the ability to raise the tip after, and I wouldn't be surprised if she does. But even if it's as it is, $31 was a fantastic payout on that order. All right, so you run your mouth too much, and this is what happens. Up on the screen, you're going to see a Spark order I took. Either the Walmart Spark gods are looking down on me, or this was a bad order. It's $41, but it's a curbside pickup. 15 miles, so the mileage is there, a little bit there, but, so money to miles is not bad. The only problem is I'm 8 miles from the store and it's dead traffic, so it's going to take me 15 minutes to get there. This Walmart that I'm picking up from is fantastic. They've got some really great employees. They bring this stuff out right away, and when I pull up, they're already coming out. Apparently, they can see you on the GPS. For anybody who knows what's going on, when you swipe, at least in my market, I don't know if all markets are like this. I gotta suspect they are starting to get like this because of all the bad rap that Walmart has gotten from us delivery drivers, on DoorDash and Uber. Anytime I've taken them, it takes forever for them to bring the stuff out to the car. I never take those orders. Just even if it's a decent money to miles, the wait time just to get your items is outrageous. And since I've been doing Spark, at least in my market, I have not been seeing that. They bring the items out. Like I said, I've seen where they've coming out the door when I get in there, and I've asked the employees, hey, how do you guys even know that I'm getting here? You're already bringing the stuff out. Apparently, at least in my market, when I swipe that I'm going to start the trip, they can see on the GPS how far away I am, tells them how close I am, and so they can see when I'm pulling into the parking lot, and they're waiting inside the store already, and they bring the stuff out. In my market, the ones I've been to, the employees there told me they get written up if they don't bring the items out. Obviously, if there's a super rush, the outrageous types of scenarios that can happen, they don't get in trouble. But in a scenario where us Spark drivers are coming and there's been promised times, the Walmart Plus app is promising times to customers, it's a big deal. And they get written up if they don't get the items out within 5 minutes. I mean, I've been to some Walmarts in my market that are bad and they aren't like that. So obviously management isn't enforcing it there. But the majority of them in my area, I've got about 8 Walmarts, probably within a 10-mile radius of my house, from the neighborhoods to the other ones. If they don't bring it out in under 5 minutes, they get written up. And it's happened. Every time I get there, they are bringing the items out. So we're heading over to this one. The only thing I did not get a chance to see is how big it's a double order. So there was a $22 tip. So somebody's tipping heavy. There's also alcohol in the order, which I don't mind. I've done it before. You have to get their ID at the door and they have to sign for it. So there is some stuff they have to do on Spark when they're doing that. So we're heading over to that order and get you a shot once I get all the items in. Hopefully it isn't, 10 cases of water. But we'll see. All right, pulling up to the Walmart. So let's see if the time for them to come out is like I've been bragging about. Right? All right, so I've marked that I'm here. And so we'll see. We're 6 seconds in. It does look pretty busy, so my big mouth probably got it to where it's going to take longer for them to bring it out. So we'll see. Just passing the time. Ooh. How's you guys' day been going? Everybody out there making their money? Appreciate any new subscribers to the channel. I know I'm a new channel, and really got excited seeing that first subscriber and the second subscriber, and gets exciting to see the channel grow. It's going to take a long while, but I hope you guys come along for the ride. So it's now been a minute, which is small. Like I said, it's usually 3 to 4 minutes, and they come out. I actually think I already see the guy coming right now. And, you got people coming all around. So I think this is my guy right now. Coming up, let's see. I think so. He's now put the cart behind me. Okay, minute 25. If you can grab me the stickers when you get a chance, I'd appreciate it.
Sir?
The stickers when you get a chance, I'd really appreciate it.
Not a problem, sir. Alrighty. Would you mind signing for the orders?
Sure.
I take it you delivered with us before?
Oh, tons of times. Okay. You guys are awesome here, man.
I haven't been out here in a minute. So.
Yeah. Minute 25 from the time I pulled up to load up, right? So, no cases of water, are there? All right. Beautiful. Thank you.
There is some alcohol though.
That's all right. That I saw. That's not. I'll drink that. No, just joking.
Hey, I'm with you. I mean, you're gonna do it, just,
And that I got to get their signature and take their ID. No big deal.
Stickers, sir?
No. Just two. Just one of each. I got to scan. They doesn't make me scan them all.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it's weird because some stores I don't have to scan any, but this one I do. Not a big deal.
Yep.
You guys are on timers for this stuff, right? Because
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's just every time I come here, you guys are on point, and you bring it here. Most of the other ones are good too. The 1560 FM, the neighborhood one over there, that one's on point too.
That's where we all train. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. So like to chat them up, chat up your workers. They'll take care of you.
Thank you.
All right, heading for the first delivery on that $41 order. No water. Woohoo! Cheers. No water. Now let's see if there's any gates at this area that I'm going to. So you need a gate code, right? That'll be the next thing. That's the bane of all of our existence doing these kind of deliveries, right? But you saw how fast it was. A minute 25 is how long it took for them to come out, for the gentleman to come out when I pulled up. And I'd let them know that I had a channel, so I'll let you hear some of the audio of what we were talking about. Really enjoyed having a chat with them. Learned a lot of stuff. They definitely do get in trouble on the timings. He doesn't understand why some of the stores, I mentioned one of the stores that I go to that doesn't seem to follow through, and he said it's got to be a management issue because in their store they do get written up, they get in trouble. And I did mention I signed up for Spark a year ago, right? And I started, and when I first started, it was absolutely horrendous. I did 3 orders and never did it again because you'd pull up to a Walmart and it would take half an hour to 40 minutes for them to bring any order out. Just didn't make any sense. The money to miles and the amount of time you were waiting didn't make any sense. So I stopped using the app, didn't look at it, didn't give it a second thought. But then a couple weeks ago, saw some other content creators starting to mention it again. Dashing Grandpa, saw him talk about taking it in his area and asked, is it good? And he mentioned it was. And on a lark from him, I went ahead and turned it back on and started watching him. In my market, holy cow,
It's now my Prime app. These last 2 weeks, it's been my Prime app. Turning it back on, they had a lot of promotions going on. So in the first week that I did it, I made, I think, about $600 doing it. And I only did it for 4 days, and I did it maybe 2 hours a day. So all told, for that $600, it was probably less than 20 hours that it took me to make that. Again, when you first start, you know they're hitting you with promos and trying to hook you into the app. But I did the second week, and it was still pretty decent. Obviously, I wasn't getting all the banger orders I was the first, but they've been great, and they're easy, and they still have a lot of promos. And as long as the store's bringing it out, come on, man, show me the money, honey, right? Take those orders and check them out. You might want to check out your area and see if you have them, and see if they make sense. Like I said, I won't take the big multi-order ones. For me, they haven't made sense. I'll try another one just to see, but they haven't. This one did not have the water, did not have a lot of items, went in the front and the back, and it's 6 miles to the first delivery, and it's another 5 miles to the second one, or another 10 miles. The total was 15 miles, but the one thing Spark doesn't include is it doesn't include the mileage to the store, right? So just like Instacart, just like Corner Shop, any of the grocery delivery apps seem like they don't include the mileage to the store. I don't know why they do that. And when I was doing tax time, I know there was mention in there. CPAs have told me a lot of different things. Talk to your own CPA, but I was told you couldn't include your mileage to the store as part of your taxable mile tax write-off. By one CPA, I was told that. By another one, I was told absolutely. The minute you leave your house to go do the job, that's it. Right? You can start tracking mileage. Talk to your CPA. Tell me in the comments if you run into the same thing. But, more rambling on about that kind of stuff. But it's just to say that these grocery apps do not include the mileage to the store. I could be in Instacart and see an order that's half an hour away, right? And usually what those are the orders where there's drivers close to the store and they're not taking the trash, right? You will very well see a ton of the $8 orders, 50 items, it'll say 3 miles from the store, but it's actually 20 miles from where you're currently situated to get to it. So you got to watch on any of these apps. In my case, I mapped out all the Walmarts. So when it shows me a Walmart number in the Spark app, that's what I plug in and it tell me right away how far I am from it, right? And so if it doesn't make sense, I'm not taking it. But most of these made sense. So we're going to deliver this first one. Enough of a rant for now, and we'll catch you after we've done that one. All right, so grabbed one last Spark order. I'll put up on the screen. It was a $16 for 5 miles. It's a double. I'm guessing there's not a huge tip on it. I didn't check too much. I'm on a promo right now, so it was 3 batches for an extra 10, and I had that $41 order, which was a banger for the day. And earlier today I had, I think it was a $16 or $20, somewhere in that neighborhood. So just on Spark alone, I'll probably be at close to $75, $80 after I complete this double batch. So I am now loving being a Spark master. Let's catch up.
All right. So we're finishing up for the day, just waiting for our last order pickup at Walmart. Spark order, double, that will get me to my promo goal. So hope you've enjoyed this content. Like and subscribe if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Or don't if you don't. No skin off my back. We'll catch you in the next video, folks.